Hi and welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about interest-based negotiations and why they are considered the more optimal approach to successful outcomes. We already talked about distributive negotiations. To recap, the end goal with distributive negotiations is to get as much as you can from a set amount of resources. Effectively, whatever you manage to secure for your party, the other party loses. This is the epitome of a win-lose situation. In interest-based negotiation, all negotiators at the table have a shared goal: create more value for everyone. Reach a state where everyone wins. This type of negotiating is also called integrated or expansive. These are just some different names for the same approach. Interest-based negotiations are about learning what your counterparty's needs are, leveling with them, figuring out what they're interested in but haven't openly claimed yet. The idea is to expand the pie of options and find outcomes that are mutually beneficial. The driving force behind interest-based negotiating is the constant search for gains that will be advantageous for all parties. This isn't always easy. In fact, everyone involved in the negotiation should work hard to identify them. But once defined, these shared interests become real opportunities and goals all negotiators collectively strive to achieve. This makes the negotiations much friendlier and smoother. The goal of this type of negotiation is to satisfy the desires of all parties and create a true win-win opportunity. Awesome, right? Here are some telltale signs that the other party is interested in expansive negotiations. More than one issue is on the table, and it's okay to bring in other issues that were not previously discussed. The more options, the better the chances for a beneficial deal. Side deals are not frowned upon. Having a side deal works here because it is kind of like bringing new issues to negotiation. Again, it's a numbers game. Your bargaining partner doesn't want the exact same things as you from the negotiation issues. This is an excellent environment for a win-win settlement. Imagine the following. You have an apple, and you and your best friend want it. However, you're both planning on using it for different purposes. You want to eat it, and your friend wants to use the seeds to try and plant an apple tree. So your one apple can serve both of you equally well. Makes sense, doesn't it? Splendid. To give you an idea of how interest-based negotiations tend to go, Lee Thompson, author of The Mind and Heart of the Negotiator, outlines the stages of the conversation like this. If we split the negotiations into 4 parts, the first is typically taken up by some sort of power play, because both parties are trying strategies you can employ to make sure you expand the pie rather than slice and bargain for a bigger piece. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.